you.
Good evening, everyone. I hope you can listen to me. I am Tarun Pandey. I have work experience of 12 years and I have been with Pearl for last 4 years. And I am the last link. I am the link between all these two. I am the link of production planning and inventory control. And I hope I'm not going to take much time. So, we all know what is the new reality. No need to go through it. We need to streamline operations. Even when we are talking inventory, it's very difficult to, have inventory as a separate entity. So you need to correlate it with, let's say, merchandising. You need to correlate it with TNA. You need to correlate with so many things. And we need to constantly innovate in 4 M's of management, which are manpower, method, machines, and materials. Now, this is a typical supply chain management cycle. Just to give you an example, like in 1997, what was the performance benchmark? It was 167 days. That was 167 days were concept to availability. That means product development used to take 104 days, fabric procurement maybe 34, manufacturing 39, and delivery 7. Look at 2007. Concept to availability is 126 nowadays. Product development has shrunk 84. Fabric procurement 34, manufacturing will only get 28, delivery will 3 or 4. So what are we seeing? We are seeing a reduction in timeline, and what are the mantras for survival right now? Faster, better productivity, and we need to reduce cost. How do we do it? Well, they are the particular templates that we can always refer to, that we should have on-time deliveries, higher efficiency, less inventory, improved quality. We all know that. But how do we achieve it? Is this what we want? This is inventory. No. So we need to think. And think is always the beginning of improvement. So what do we think and how do we plan? I think for any inventory planning, the most important thing is the production planning. And it may be defined as technique of forcing every step in a long series of separate operations. Now each step can be taken at the right time, in the right place, and each operation to be performed to the maximum efficiency. We know the benefits. To work out the quantity of material, manpower, machine, and money. Production planning will depend primarily on 2 things: plan cut date, delivery date, and capacity available. Now let's see what all these 3 are. Well, plan cut date is, as we have discussed, it's dependent on the raw material, what is the in-house date for the raw material, what is the final sample approval date from the merchandiser, and exactly what is the capacity available. Do I have the capacity to make or no? Raw material, the information I can get it from the store manager or the purchase manager or the fabric manager. When am I getting my material of fabrics? Trims, information can be provided by the purchase manager. Then the final sample approval date will be provided by the merchant, which will be dependent on the actually sampling efficiency. And sampling efficiency can always be gauged by right first time. Capacity information, capacity available, provided by production planning personnel in terms of when are my lines are getting idle, or my lines are going to be extended because of this current shipment. These are the typical problems that we always face. Now, how do we go about it? We usually have a MIS meeting or a TNA meeting on a weekly basis where we discuss, are we on time? Capacity calculation. Now, for example, if there's an order of 15,000 pieces with a standard minute value of 30 minutes, and we are going to load the style with given factory efficiency and with 35 machines line. So we'll be getting around 560 pieces at 100%. So days to produce will be 27 days at 100%. Now this is a calculation for the efficiency we usually do. Day 1, day 2, day 3. In fact, this can be taken in as a benchmark. Now another tool to see the capacity available is a GANTT chart. We usually take a GANTT chart to see how are my lines operational. I'll just show you the. So for example, this is my Gantt chart. In this Gantt chart, I have got lines, which I may be denoting it with the ABCD, and I've got months. It's a very simple tool that we all may be doing it right now, and we have got months. And what we have is the lines. We are showing the line physically with the start date, which will be dependent on the plan cut date, and the end date, which will be finally dependent on the delivery date. So in fact, we can load all our styles like this and maybe plan for next 3 months. That is what we can usually do. In fact, there are a lot of softwares right now. Fast React is a software which a lot of companies are investing in and getting this kind of a planning board. Now, there is a case that I wanted to discuss was, in a production planning can lead to a better raw material inventory. That, we all know fabric being the 60% of the value of the total garment cost. Buying fabric means, working capital is getting blocked, store space is being occupied, paying salaries to the people employed in the stores. Is there a way out? We more or less know the work content of the garment. The information can be used to convert the fabric requirement into the daily fabric requirement of a line. Sum the quantities for a week, 15 days, 30 days, and give the order to the mill in such a way that we actually can get the fabric in staggered deliveries. How do we do it? By linking all the departments seamlessly. You see, we cannot say that, inventory is a job of stores. No. It is a job of all the department involved, whether it is merchandising, whether it is production, because if something goes wrong, the whole inventory planning can go wrong. Then, after doing the inventory planning, according to the number of days and the number of days fabric required, we can actually calculate the fabric requirement of the unit, and then we can further make a decision matrix whereby we can see the cost benefits in terms of the holding cost, in terms of the space cost, or the cost of ordering. What are the possible outcomes? There will be less financial pressure on the factories. Why? Because then we will be not ordering fabric at a bulk. If we have a large quantity of fabric, then what we should be doing is, let's plan it. What is the fabric requirement, let's say for a week for a factory, multiply it with the average of the fabric, and take the staggered delivery. I know it's really tough because you've got so many issues, lots problem can be there, the delivery can go out of the hands, but I think that is what we really need to think, and think is the way to improvement. So, the entire team of the factory will make sure that the other activities are on time because any delay can nullify the benefit of the system. Now, we can definitely move towards the objective of lean, as we will try to cut the fat of the organization because we're not ordering in bulk then. This is the final thing that we should be aiming at. This is a one-piece system in which if anything goes wrong, the line will stop and you're going to incur a heavy loss. So this is what I have for you. Thank you so much.